Hello YouTube, welcome to Nintendo, and for my first video I thought it would be a cool idea to review the new Nintendo 3DS that I have received recently. It's already opened and but with recently I mean yesterday, but I thought it would be a cool idea to review this thing. Also have my old regular kind of broken Nintendo 3DS I have for 5 years for a comparison with the new one. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm gonna review is the box. It's not very, oh my god, I just got texted. But whatever, yeah, it's not that important, a box, but it's still pretty neat and it has some cool things on it. So let's start with the front. You see replaceable cover plates, which are these things. You can get them off and buy additional ones you can put on to like personalize your device. Also, it's 7 and up, yeah, and 6 plus in whatever that is, and yeah, I don't know. I just only know this one, Peggy, and it says AC adapter is not included. The AC adapter is the thing, the adapter. It does not come with it, but the regular one for the normal 3DS works fine with it. If you don't have one, you got to like buy one separately, and I don't know how much that's gonna cost you, but still I don't think that very much. So on the side you can read like online services and blah blah blah, and amiibo. If you don't know what amiibo are, those are these figures you can put on the screen from your new Nintendo 3DS, and then they get in, like they get readed, and then they're in your device, which is pretty cool. You can use them for games like Smash Bros and other cool games. So on the back you see the inside of the device. You see super stable 3D, which is not a lie, it's really stable compared to this little thing here. I hardly used any 3D on this thing because it just hurt my eyes, but I always play 3D in this one. It has a C-stick, which is pretty handy for games like Monster Hunter. I do not play Monster Hunter, but it's also pretty handy for Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask 3D. It's not that needed, but it is kind of handy. And then you see like still adapter thingy, and I was looking to the other thing. Yes, it's warning about the 3D thing is that if you're under the 6 years, it can damage your sight. And then up here you have a little glimpse of what it could look like with those cover plates. Like you see Mario and the camouflage thing, and the blue, which I think is pretty neat. And it says decorate your system with other cover plates, sold separately. And black, I chose the black one, as you might tell from the box. And you have just more warnings and Peggy 7 and yeah, all that stuff, and barcodes. But yeah, that's it for the box. So let's get inside of the box. So inside of the box is not the 3DS, as I already said earlier. I've already opened it, but still there are some other things inside, like the manual. So first, when you just bought it, when you get inside, you have like a weird box thingy with the 3DS and the cover plate inside, because you need to set the regular cover plate on yourself. Come on, there. But in here are the guides and the manuals. So let's start with the quick start guide. It's about the initial settings, internet settings, and Nintendo Network ID settings. It's in different languages. Let's see what it's in. Okay, it doesn't say there. Yeah, I don't really know what languages, but it's just about setting up your thing and about internet and all that stuff. So there are 3 manuals. Then we have Operation Manual, which has different languages or not. Oh, yes, it does, but it's about super stable 3D, online services like Miiverse, Nintendo eShop, and Street Pass, and all that stuff. And then the last one, which is pretty thick actually. Like, how many pages is this? 322. That's a load for a freaking manual, but it's in different languages. This is just the main manual, but yeah, see, it's in German, French, Dutch, which I am Dutch, but and I think that's Russian, but it says something way different there for what I can see. But yeah, those are just the manuals. The other things that are inside of here are the AR cards, but I have that with my 3DS, so I'm gonna show you that when I'm gonna show you my the actual 3DS. But you can just put them back inside of this little plastic thingy here if it wants to, please. Yeah, okay. And then you can store it in the box itself, which is pretty neat in my opinion. Let's just put it in. Whoa, whoa, whoa! The camera's just falling over almost, like that. And then, boom! It's inside. So now let's go on to the moment you've all been waiting for: the 3DS itself. So I have the new Nintendo 3DS in this case I bought. You should probably buy a case to go with your 3DS because it's pretty handy, because if it falls it could break. But with this case it's a really strong case, as you can hear. But if we zip it open, what do we find inside? First we see 8 slots for games, which is pretty handy if you go over to a friend and you have like games in here, so you can play it together and stuff. So there we have the 3DS. So these are the AR cards I talked about earlier. I'm gonna show you that first. So these are used for an app on the 3DS. It's called AR Games, and when you put this here and you go with the camera of the 3DS, then it will show a little mini game and stuff. And you also have one for Mario, for Toon Link, Kirby, Samus, and Pikmin, and it's just information thing about what it contains and stuff. So let's just, I keep them above my 3DS in the case. Just gonna put those right here, and now let's really get into the 3DS. So here's the case without 3DS inside. It's a really cool case, as I said earlier, and here it is. As you can see, I haven't got my hands on a additional cover plate, but it looks really neat with the matte finish, because look at this. It's a fingerprint magnet, and that's not really cool to have a fingerprint magnet as a game console. But yeah, so as you saw the inside on the back of the box, here is how it looks like. I do got some fingerprints on the screen and stuff, but I have played a lot with it, and you can put the game in here, headphone jacket, the the stylus, I forgot the name for a second, the on switch, which is not in the right thing because you can barely press it, but whatever. And you have colored buttons, which you didn't have on here, and I really like the colored buttons. They're just really cool. It's not really changing your real game experience, but it's neat to have. And then you have this, which is really handy for Monster Hunter games, like I said earlier, and stuff. But I don't have Monster Hunter games. I have Majora's Mask 3D, but still, it's really handy to use. And I just got the same right here. So if we turn around here, we don't have the game slot on the back, but we do still have the adapter thingy, the R and L buttons, but now we have shoulder buttons. It's better, the ZL and ZR, which I don't know what they're used for, but they're there. So yeah, so if we put it on with the button right here, then yeah, here we go. So as you can see, I have Pokemon Sun in it, but like I have some downloaded games on here, like Pokemon Rumble World and Full Blocks, and this was on here when I just got my 3DS, so that's pretty weird. But Like the games you have standard on it are Street Pass, Me Plaza, YouTube. Well, not YouTube. YouTube is like I downloaded YouTube, but it's free, so whatever. Nintendo eShop, Me Maker, Nintendo 3DS Camera, R games, which you use the AR cards for. Nintendo 3DS Sound, Face Raiders, System Settings, Download Play, Activity Log, and Health and Safety things. So yeah, that's all I have on here, and all you get on here when you get it. So yeah, I've showed you about the 3DS. Oh, and by the way, the cover plates, you can get them off with the stylus. If I can get it, like you have this, see this thing over there? You can like whip it off like that, I think. But the other one from down here, you gotta do it with a screwdriver, and whoop 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 whoop, and then butts, and then you can put another one on. I don't know what these sound effects were, but whatever. So yeah, that's it. So now it is for the comparison. So I'm gonna only compare like the outsides and stuff, not like real hardware and stuff. But let's just open them. The new Nintendo 3DS and the regular one. So as you can see, there are some differences, like the colored buttons. The C stick is not there. The select and start buttons are here on the new Nintendo 3DS. The on button is here, but it on the new Nintendo 3DS is here. The stylus is back here, just with the cane put in, and the adapter thing is here instead of in the middle, and you don't have the shoulder buttons. And the home button has changed, as you can see. Headphone jack just on the same spot, and then yeah, the rest is kind of the same. As you can see, it's slightly difference of size and the screen size. As you can see, this is like this. If I compare it, it's like taller, as you can see. But this is a fingerprint magnet, so I don't want you to be blinded by my fingerprints over the past 5 years that I had it. And yeah, overall, this one is way better than this one because it's supposed to be the improved version of the 3DS. That's why it's called the new Nintendo 3DS and all these. Yeah, that's why it has all these different features. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you liked it, then make sure to do thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Nintendo related stuff. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.